Alrighty, traders, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome to the live show here as we go ahead and take a look at the Bank of Canada and their decision. They're looking to cut the rates 25 basis point. That's going to make the markets move. We're going to go ahead and take a look and see exactly how the markets are going to be setting up technically to see if there's an opportunity for us to go ahead and buy or sell, or simply go ahead and wait for structure to go ahead and form. With that being said, traders, we've got a lot to go ahead and cover. We've got about 10 minutes before the news comes out. So let's go ahead and get started. Well, traders, let's go ahead and take a look, see what's going on here. Welcome everyone to the live show here with the FX Big Dog as we go ahead and dive into some market action. Behind me, you can see we've got two charts up here, the US dollar CAD as well as the CAD Swiss. Those are the two pairs I'm really going ahead and paying attention to right now. But we're going to go ahead and take a look and see exactly what is shaking and baking this morning. As we take a look over here, we do have the Bank of Canada coming up with a rate decision. Again, looking to cut the rates 25 basis point. They've been doing it for the last two meetings. They've cut the rates 25 basis point. Going to be no difference this week. Obviously, there's going to be a concern as to whether or not the inflation numbers are coming down as quickly as what they're anticipating. Because remember, traders, if the central bank is cutting interest rates, that's going to mean that they feel very confident about the inflation numbers coming down. All right. And what they want to do is they don't want to go ahead and rush the inflation numbers too low. They want to go ahead and move the inflation number down at a slower pace. So if they feel it's going down too quickly, they'll go ahead and start making sure that they support that by cutting rates so that we can gradually see a downside move in inflation and not a very, very fast move. Now, with that being said, traders, obviously all of this is going to take place in about the next 7 minutes. We don't expect any surprise. And so the question here is, are we going to see the Canadian dollar strengthen or weaken through this move? Now, the last time they got together here and made a decision, let's go take a look and see right here, was on the 24th of July. And on the 24th of July, we're going to go ahead and take a look over here on the 24th of July. We're going to go back. Let's go back and take the technicals away. And I'm going to go to, let's go to the Canadian Swiss right here. And let's take a look at the 24th of July, which is right about here. This is the 24th of July right here. And so as you can see right here on the 24th of July, let me see. No, that's not the 24th. My bad. It's further down here. Oh, there it is. All right. Here's the 24th of July right here. That's the 24th of July. So if we take a look at that candle right there, we can see that price actually went ahead and showed a bearish downside move, and we continue to move bearish. Now, traders, I want to go ahead and say this, and I think this is important right here. It's not necessarily what the news is that's going to drastically move the market. It's where the big money's flowing, where the smart money's flowing, right? So it's very important that we understand where the draw of liquidity is going to be on this particular pair. And we've mentioned this before. I'm going to mention it again. I do anticipate that we could see that 6,200 could come into play before price moves back up again. And the reason why I'm talking about that is that we do see over here, if I go down to a lower time frame, actually, let's go to the daily. Let's pull it up here. So we look over here on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we can see that we had price that's actually gone ahead and set up right here with a high up here at the top, but we do have this this insufficiency sitting over here. All right, and so we may see the market want to go ahead and tap in there before moving back up north. So there is some and again, let's just go ahead and reconfirm right here. What are the 4 reasons why we should be anticipating price to move? What moves the markets? Price is either trying to rebalance equilibrium, price is trying to rebalance insufficiency, price is trying to create liquidity, or it's starting to hunt liquidity. Those are the 4 reasons why price would move, why the market moves, right? So if you take those 4 reasons, we can see here that there's insufficiency sitting over here, and therefore we could expect price to come back here to tap in there and then go back up north. Now, we haven't broken structure yet. You can see right here, we still have a high here sitting up on the daily time frame. Now, if we go down to the lower time frame on this is, by the way, the CAD Swiss right here. We'll take a look over here on the lower time frame that we did see, and this is a little hint here, we did see the market ranging a little bit right here. We did see a slight little test to the downside and then go up right here. So we saw a little bit of manipulation down here below. But this could also be, traders, that this could be just a move towards liquidity, grabbing liquidity. And then you can see here on the 1 hour time frame, we are seeing breaker structure. There we go. Breaker structure right here. Here we had a test of that. This could be another insufficiency area right here the price is moving to. And so once again, traders, here is where liquidity is sitting over here at 62.40. Now, this may be the draw in the short term, all right, as price continues to move to the south side of the curve in the short term. If we're on the south side of the curve in the short term, then clearly we're still bearish short term, and price is looking to what? The 4 reasons, right? Looking to rebalance insufficiency, looking to rebalance equilibrium, or in this case now, stop hunting, right? We're talking liquidity hunts. We're looking for a liquidity hunt, and here is resting liquidity right here. So we could anticipate price moving. Now, if it doesn't, all right, if we don't see that happen, then what we're going to be doing here is looking for price to then hunt for liquidity up here at the top, right? So we're at this point right here, we're waiting on the news. And based on the news, we'll go ahead and evaluate what type of trading model we have. Do we have a buy model, sell model? And do we see where the draw of liquidity is now set up based on the new changes of bias? And so that's important right here as we go ahead and continue to monitor the market setups. And so as we pay attention right here, we've got about 3 minutes left before the news comes out. Once again, not expecting a shock in the market. And if we do get a liquidity grab down here below, it's okay. All right. It's something that we're anticipating. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my technical analysis right here. And you can see I've got an order block sitting over here at the top. We could see price moving up there. And these are the things that we want to see. Remember, traders, if the market is bearish and we have a order block sitting over here, then we anticipate this to be a resistance level. Actually, this will be a sell model to sell price back to this this internal structure right here, or internal liquidity level right here. So again, looking at the CAD Swiss right here, we could get a little bit of a push to the upside. All right, a little stronger move on the CAD, but overall, I think we're going to push a little bit lower. But this is going to set up for a long-term buy going north. Now we're going to get to take out the low, but like I said to you, if you go to the daily time frame, we are seeing right here on the daily, we are seeing a fair value gap sitting right here. Let me go ahead and enlarge this a little bit better. You can see much clearer here. All right, we got a fair value gap sitting over here. All right, and hang on, wait a minute. Let me just see here. Actually, no, it's just an order block sitting over here. So we're trading inside an order block. We're actually inside this order block. But here's so here's the daily fair value gap sitting over here. So this is where we're expecting price to possibly go ahead and tap in here to rebalance insufficiency before price moves back up again. Now, remember, it doesn't mean because price is moving down that we're bearish overall. No, we still anticipate the bigger draw to be way up here at around about 66.30. So let's see how this plays out, and we'll go ahead and deal with the details after that. Now, let's go to the US dollar CAD right here. US dollar CAD, we did say the price is going to tap into this breaker block right here. And now the price is tapped into this right here. We're probably going to go down to a lower time frame, look for a nice market structure change. And so if we go here to the 15 right here, we notice that we got a good sort of this is not necessarily a breaker structure right here, all right? But we're clearly looking for the market to break through this buy side liquidity here. And you can see right here, we tapped through it, but it's held up. There we go. Rate decisions out. A little bit of a bullish move in the US dollar, which means Swiss weakness. Let's go to the CAD Swiss right here. Oh, there we go. See, this is Canadian strength coming out of play right here. Now, do we anticipate that's going to hold up? Well, let's go take a look right here. So price looks like it's going to take out this. We actually got some range bound trading right now in the US dollar CAD. So we're probably going to look for the A&D setup, accumulation, manipulation, and distribution right here. We're going to go to the CAD Swiss right here, and there we can see CAD Swiss starting to push up to that order block right here. Now, if we're going to be bullish, we want to see price trade above that order block, take out the high right here. So this buy side liquidity right here, that's going to be important right there, all right? We're going to see if price can take out that buy side. We did sweep the low right here, so that'll be a nice market structure shift taking place over here. But again, you have to realize that this right here is an internal structure, right? And so even if price does take out this internal structure here, it doesn't necessarily mean that we are moving and seeing a change of market structure. All right. It just means an internal buy side has been swept right here. And that's enough for us to get back up to this order block there and then turn around and head back down south. So this could be a manipulation move above here, just to go ahead and once again rebalancing sufficiency, possibly even rebalance to equilibrium, and then go ahead and work its way back down south. So this right here, this little push that we've seen right here, not buying into it at the moment right now. Still see the draw down south unless we can take out the high right here and trade above that order block. So right now, looking good though. Looking good. Hey, I'm not going to fight a bullish Canadian dollar. I love a bullish Canadian. I've got a lot of stuff that's invested in a bullish Canadian dollar right here. So if we see bullish Canadian dollar, I'm going to go ahead and absolutely break out the champagne right here, because that would mean that we're moving out of this sell side of the curve move, and we're starting to see some buy models setting up right here. Right now, we're still on the sell side of the curve. So I'm going to mark that off. So in the short term right here, we're still seeing price on the sell side of the curve right here. Right, hold on. What did I just do? Oh, tap. We're still seeing price on the sell side of the curve right here. And we want to see market take out the high right here. I want to see price above that order block, and then we can start looking for some buy models going long. Now, I like this move, but again, we're still not above that the order block, so this means that price is still on the south side of the curve right here, and this is going to be our draw of liquidity down here at 62.40. All right, that's going to be the draw right there. And I believe I've got alert set up over there. Yep, so I would love to see the break of that level. Now, let's go back to the news right here. Let's take a look and see what the central bank did. And I'm going to have to go ahead and refresh that a little bit. There we go. All right, so they did go ahead and cut the rates 25 basis point, which is something that was not a surprise. We expected that to happen. The only thing that's now standing in the way right now, whether or not the Canadian dollar is going to strengthen or weaken, all right, because this is normally we see when they cut interest rates, we saw the actual currency pair weaken. But if everything is lining up, if all the stuff that they're looking at with regards to jobs, inflation, GDP, housing, if all of those data reports are lining up with the central bank's sort of decision, then this might be a positive move for the Canadian dollar. Right. So we're not expecting any sort of major downside move in this Canadian dollar. So this could be the break that we're looking for. But again, traders, we've got to trade based on technicals, right? Based on what we see, not what we think. Now, at the moment right now, if I actually go ahead and down to the 15 right here, I am seeing a little bit of a smaller model sitting up here, an AMD concept. And you can see right here, we had a bit of consolidation right here. Price is manipulating here to this order block. This could be an absolute turtle soup right here, setting up if you go to a 5-minute or even a 1 minute. So here's a 1 minute time frame right here. And we can see right here the price, actually a 5-minute might be just enough for us to see what we need to see. Yeah, so this could be a turtle soup setting up right here where price is going to go ahead and here we have equal highs. Our draw of liquidity is down here. Price is going to turtle soup up here to an order block. We have to have reason, right? We have to have reason why price is going to move up. And then we're going to see price turn around and head back down south again. So we came back here. We almost got to tap in here. I don't think that we're done with this bullish move yet. I think we're still going to see another push to the upside right here. And it looks like the Dow opened up bearish today, and we've got a full gap move today as well. So we also had a Dow open Dow opened up bearish in today's trading. We got the full gap move, which means we're expecting price to then go ahead and move bullish on the Dow. And so I'm going to go ahead and take a look and see what the Dow did right here this morning as well. Let's go to the Dow right here. There it is. So if we go to, let's go take a look over here. So we opened up bearish on the day, but look at this bullish move that we expected right here. We expected a fuller gap move right here, and we certainly got that as well sitting up here on the Dow. Now, traders, what is really interesting, if you not paid attention to other things other than currencies, remember there could be multiple assets that could be traded, right? And so with this happening right now, if you're not finding something happening on the currency market, then go ahead and flip it over to some futures trading, right? And if you take a look over here, what we have here on NQ right now, right? We spoke about this yesterday. NQ has gone ahead and tapped into this fair value gap right here. And once again, what does price do? What moves the market? Four things. Price is looking to rebalance equilibrium. Price is trying to rebalance insufficiency. Here we have a fair value gap right here. We have we have equilibrium right down here. And then also the fourth reason, or the third and fourth reason, would be price is trying to create liquidity, or price is trying to hunt for liquidity, all right? So in this case right here, we could certainly see that price is trying to rebalance insufficiency right here and equilibrium, okay? And so as we go down to the lower time frame on this, I'm going to go to the 1 hour time frame. We can look at the 10 o'clock candle, or at least the 9 o'clock candle right here. And this 9 o'clock candle could be setting up with an opportunity to trade the AMD setup, which is basically silver bullet. And so what we can do here is we can certainly go ahead and look for price to break above or below this area right here. Look for manipulation above or below and look to trade this range. So we're going to go ahead and set this up as the high. And we're going to go ahead and set this up as the low. And this is something that we can go ahead and trade. Now, what would be my bias? Very important traders, we have to have draw of liquidity, all right? And so I'm looking at this and I'm going to go, you know what, in the short term, I'm probably expecting price to sweep it below this area. This would probably be my sort of like my buy area. And you have to understand right here, this is where the dumb money's trading, right? This is where the smart money is waiting for price to get to. Why? Because price is always looking to move in the direction, whether it's hunting for liquidity or creating liquidity. In this case right here, there could be liquidity sitting in this area right here. So which means we got resting stop losses down here. All right, resting buy stops, and price is then going to want to move back up north again. All right, so these are the things we got to look out for. Okay, we absolutely got to look out for these type of things right here. Now, traders, I'm going to go ahead and take a look right here. We got 4 positions in right now. All right, cool. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move on to our. Oh man, we're doing so good, so good. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of things here. And I'm just looking at our trades coming up. You see all these trades closing out. We're getting a lot of trades that just closed out this morning for 30 pips right here. We're certainly going to get some more closing out. So things are really moving good for us right now this morning. Price is really moving good. Oh, there's that big strong move right here. Here is a nice opportunity right here. See how market's inducing? So we're getting market structure shift right here on the US dollar CAD right here. Breaking through, we're going to look for the market to sweep the low right here. That'll be a better convincing because we got a bit of accumulation forming right here. And we got that accumulation sitting here right by this daily order block right here. Let's take a look right here. Yep, it's actually a breaker block. So we have an inverted breaker block sitting over here. Prices come back to retest that, and that's causing the resistance for us. And here on the 15-minute time frame, we're looking for price to sweep the low right here. We did get a little bit of a break above there, and we haven't got displacement below here yet. So going to take a look and see how that plays out. Let's go back to the CAD JPY. Take a look at the CAD JPY. Nice little push right here on the CAD JPY, pushing through the order block. So we get definitely looking at this as a disrespect move. So price is disrespecting this 1 hour order block right here, which is perfect what we're looking for. So if we can continue to move up north, break above that high, traders, this is good news. This is really good news for those traders that are watching the CAD Swiss. All right, I'm going to go to the New Zealand CAD and take a look at the New Zealand CAD right here. And this is also good right here. All right, let's go back to the large time frame. We can see that we had an order block sitting here on the 1 hour. Price gone ahead and respected that one. Oh, in fact, once we've tested that once, it tapped in again on the second time right here. Now, this is important that we stay below there because the draw of liquidity on this would be down here. Here it is right here. We're looking for price to move down to this area right here, and that's sitting at that low. So this is lining up perfectly in line because this shows that we have an internal sell side of the curve right here. We have an internal sell side of the curve sitting over here, and therefore price will continue to look for sell side liquidity right here, and that is our draw right there. So we're looking good on this front right here. Now, traders, we did close out the Aussie CAD. We had some buy positions on the Aussie CAD this morning, and I do want to look at to see if we want to continue to be bullish on the Aussie CAD, or are we going to switch things around? Let's take a look here. So let's move to the daily time frame. Get a little bit of a look here on the daily. And traders, if I had to take away all of this noise out the way here, what are we seeing right here? Got to believe, traders, that we've seen accumulation, manipulation right here, and now we're looking for price to distribute back up to the highs right here. So we're going to look for this as the draw. That'll be my draw of liquidity right about there. Okay, we have an external draw up here. This will be the external draw of liquidity up here at the top. But we did see price moving into this order block sitting over here. There's this big order block right here. We did see insufficiency here as well. Price is respecting that insufficiency. And so we're going to stay bullish on the Aussie CAD, believe it or not. Looking for price to continue to work his way back up north here. So Aussie CAD will stay bullish on Aussie CAD despite of this indecision right here. It's actually a good sign here as it sits at this this insufficiency area right here. Now let's pull in the data. There you can see I've got a steady order block sitting here. That's a 4-hour steady order block. But I do have a fair value gaps in here on the daily time frame. So the 4-hour, look at the 4-hour right here. Look how the market's gone ahead and respected, not this one right here. So this one we can go ahead and kill, but it's this right here. Price is going to respect that and push north. So we should be thinking bullish on this. Now, traders, I already went and looked for some short-term trades over here. That was yesterday. And price has clearly broken through that. But let's go down to a lower time frame. Let me see here. All right, so we need price to take out the high. So we haven't quite moved to the buy side of the curve yet because we've got to take out the high right there. And this will be our change of market structure right here. Right. So we want to see a high. I'm going to put an alert on that. So if price takes out that high, we want to pay a little bit more attention to that. So let me go ahead and change this. And I'm going to mark this off as market structure shift on the M. This is going to be M. What is it? 15, right? 30? M30. Market structure shift on the M30 right here. Set an alarm right here. Look for the price to break above that. If we break above there, then we go ahead and look for a nice trade setup. All right. Now we try to get in a very short entry point on this. And I like to call these my jackpot trades. All right. Jackpot trades is really based on finding trade opportunities that give us a 1-to-5, 1-to-8 risk reward ratio. So we're looking at placing tight stops. We're looking for the market to rebalance insufficiency and then try to enter on that, or rebalance into equilibrium. So here is we're looking for a push right here. Right now with the market taking out the high, we're probably expecting price to continue to push higher. And it looks like we managed to find an entry point here on the Aussie CAD. We're gaining long on the Aussie CAD on this. Now, traders, this is going to be my draw right here All right, looks like we just closed out the US dollar CAD. Yep, we did close out US dollar CAD. So we got a lot of action out this morning. If you're watching my trade signals, we did close out. I set the targets at just 20%. I didn't want to go for more than that. I know I had 4 entry points on that. We did close out that. We took a profit on that trade. And because traders with news, you can also see the market moving very short term, right? You don't want to go and chase after 300-400 pips on a move like on a day like this, because there could be manipulation in the market too. All right, this could be a short term move, and then price decides to do something else, just like we saw right here. All right. Now we did go long on this, looking for price to go back up to the high. Let's take a look over here. Yep. So we're looking for another sweep of the high as price targets this area. If we look over here on the 30-minute time frame, I can move this down to 15 and see better. But yeah, we can see right here, look how the market's respected this order block sitting over here. So we've got a nice little order block sitting over here. All right. If price remains above the order block, we're expecting price to sweep the high up here at the top. This would be the high would be up here, right here. So looking for price to sweep the high and then target that draw of liquidity at 91.31. All right, so we're going to watch to see if this order block holds. If price goes below the order block, this order block then becomes our breaker block, which means then traders will probably go ahead and look for price to then come back down. This will be the draw of liquidity. While the momentum's bullish, all right, while we're seeing price sweep the highs right here on the 15-minute time frame, we do see that the internal structure is on the buy side of the curve right now. Right? We're on the buy side of the curve. We do see that price is holding up here for right now at this order block sitting over here. And there's a validated order block because we've got a fair value gap sitting just above that as well. So this should hold. This is a bullish order block sitting over here. So let me go ahead and mark that off. Order block, bullish order block, 1 hour. Is this the 1 hour? No, it's a 15-minute time frame. But I'm going to go ahead and mark it off over here. Let's get him M15. And there we go. I'm going to mark that off. There we go. So we're going to keep an eye on that, making sure that holds. And then, of course, that's our draw of liquidity right here. So therefore, traders, the buy that we picked up on the US dollar, sorry, on the Aussie CAD, looks like a good buy. We pulled it back to this fair value gap. We got in the fair value gap, which we got a good price on that. And so we're expecting price to move back up to this high and then target the external right here. That is the draw of liquidity for the day. And we'll see if price goes ahead and push there. All right, remember, we're on the buy side of the curve right here, right? And because we're on the buy side of the curve, we'll continue to market, we'll continue to push north towards that liquidity draw right here. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at the CAD Swiss again. Oh, CAD Swiss. Oh, see that order block? Told you, traders. An order block is something that's going to be watched out for. We've seen the price move up to the order block. We're starting to see a push off that. And that's why I wasn't 100% convinced that we had broken structure until we take out that buy-side liquidity right here. That would be the area right there. We're actually on the sell side of the curve right here, which means that traders, this would be an entry point. All right, that would be an entry point right there. If we go down to the 1 minute time frame, we've already started to see a sweep of the low, which means that this is going to show you, this is showing you here that we have accumulation, manipulation, which is that turtle soup towards that order block. And then we see market now moving to the south side of the curve. So here it is. On a 1 minute time frame, we're moving to the south side of the curve right here. It means that price is chasing after liquidity down below. Our liquidity draw is still going to be down here into this fair value gap. In fact, sorry, my bad. This low right here at the 62.40, and then this one right here at 6,200. This is where price is going to tap into. Let's go back to the daily. I'll show you on the daily. Now, trust me, I would love to see price continue to work its way back up, but we have to realize that here is a daily order block and a fair value gap sitting over here. This is where price is going to want to push back. And traders, let me just say this. We have to get there because price needs to rebalance. Price needs to rebalance insufficiency. So we need equilibrium and we need rebalancing of insufficiency. Both of them need to happen in order for price to move up because there's resting liquidity sitting here that the market hunts and then pushes price back up. We need this hunt right here. All right. It is what it is. And so I'm not too unhappy if it does come down here, because I need that to happen before price goes back up north. All right. Okay, traders. Last look here on NQ right here is a quick trade setup. See if we've got anything happening here. Oh, look at that. All right, so we've got this, we've got the price trading in this range. And so traders, I'm going to be looking for price manipulation below above that high. And then if we can get price breaking above the below that high, then we can look for either a break of structure, which means a continuation of the rally, or we could see manipulation down here and trade back up north again. Again, where's my draw of liquidity right here? You have to establish that. Right now, we've tapped into this area. I'd like to see a change of character, a development on the lower time frame. And if we can have that happen, then we can look for price to move towards these equal highs right here. This will be my draw of liquidity up here at the top. So with the market filling insufficiency right here, I'd like to look for a reversal. If I get that reversal setting up, we can go ahead and trade that. So here is, let me go to the 1 hour right here. So I'd like to see price trading above here, above that high, then create some support, and then look for another rally back up here. I see insufficiency here on the 1 hour time frame. So price, we want to go ahead and fill that insufficiency right here. Right, let's go ahead and mark that off. So we got a daily fair value, 1 hour fair value gap sitting over here. And price will look to go ahead and rebalance on that point. And then looking over here, and I've got an order block sitting over here, also on the 1 hour time frame right here. And we'll look for price to go to that order block as well. So this is going to be a bearish order block sitting over here. So to be honest with you, looking here on the 1 minute time frame, we got a nice manipulation move right here. Oh, look at that. We got a nice manipulation move over here, but I don't see any market structure shift. I don't see the model. I do see this, right? Accumulation, manipulation, now distribution. I want to see price trading above there. We are trading above that high, but of course there's the low. I'd like to see the market trade above here. And if we do trade above there, price comes back here. This is going to be my buy model right here. So I've got to wait for price to break above, come back here, retest this area. There's my buy model there. And that means that the market is respecting this level. We got a good level of a steady order block sitting over here. All right, here we got some steady base order block sitting over here. Let's go ahead and mark that off. So that's going to be my support as price pushes back up again. Again, looking at the 1 minute time frame as we go ahead and look for opportunity here. Now, making sure I know where my draw is going to be, where my target is going to be. Let's go to the 1 hour right here. Okay, this is going to be a big move to the upside right here. In fact, if I look over here, if this is the buy order right here, if I manage to pick up a buy order on this at that level there, if I can tighten up that stop loss just below the steady order block right here, then I'm looking at least price could even go up to that area. This is going to be a 1 to 8, almost a 1 to 8 risk reward ratio on this. And so what I'll do here is go down to the 1 minute again. And look for price to break above here. And so if we break above here, I'll be looking for a buy model. If I go to S&P right here, let's see if I can see some smart money reversals here on S&P. Got the 1 minute time frame right here. All right, we've seen price pushing above there. All right, so we are expecting the market to take out that high. As smart money continues to push north, yep, we're definitely going to break above that high. And we should see price continue to move north. So there it is. There's that break of the high. We're going to see price come back up here. Now, I do see the steady order block sitting over here. That's going to be support. And I do see that we have a order block here on the 1 minute sitting over here. This will be a bullish order block sitting over here. I'm going to mark that off as a bullish order block right here. And this is going to be a 1 minute order block sitting over here, M1. All right, let's go mark that off. All right, so we got displacement above the high, which is good. Still not seeing price. Let's see here. Have we got a fair value gap sitting over here? Yes, I do. Here's a fair value gap sitting over here. All right, here we go. Fair value gap. And this is not on the 1 minute, on the 1 hour. This is on the 1 minute. So let's go mark it off as 1 minute. Now, this would be a breaker structure right here. We're looking for this as a pullback. So I can look for price to tap in here and look for an order to sit right about in this area right about there. And I could be a little aggressive on this. Let's see if I go ahead and place a trade on that. If I go ahead and put an order in here, let's go with let's go take a look over here. Let's go with 5 orders there. So I'm going to go ahead and put a stop there. And I'm going to move put an order right here. My stop is going to be okay, stop is sitting over here. All right, so my stop is just below this order block sitting over here. We tapped in. You see right here, we tapped in. We tapped into the fair value gap right here. I'll be expecting price to sweep above the high. So we got in on this trade right here. I'm going to watch to see if I see any smart money. I don't see any smart money right here. Let's see if I got the tapped in. Let's see, it's full insufficiency right here. If it sweeps the low right here, traders, then I got it wrong. But with that break of the high right here, I do expect price to go ahead and want to break through this right there. So this is going to be my market structure shift right there. I'm going to go ahead and mark that off as my break of structure right here. This is what I'll be looking for price to break through here. And only once we break through there will I start feeling a little more comfortable. I'll probably go ahead and move my stop, take 50% of the trades off once we get into a risk-reward ratio of 1 to 2. So let's go take a look over here. Let's go add this in right here as the buy. There's the buy. Stop loss order is down here. So my risk-reward ratio to 1 to 2 would be right here. So if price moves into this area, right there, price moves over here, this is where I should be taking some profit off the table. So when price hits there, it's setting an alarm right here. And this is going to be, we're going to go ahead and close out 50% of the orders. All right, it's setting an alarm for that area right there. So we can take this out the way here. So this is going to be our 2 to 1 risk-reward ratio right here. Wait for price to push up higher. And then traders, once price goes to that point, I could go ahead and just move my stop to break even or leave it as is, because if I take 50% of the profits off the table, that means I'm running a risk-free trade, and that my target over here, this is not even my target right here. I could let this thing run all the way towards this insufficiency up here at the top. Now, I do see an order block sitting over here as well. then I might have to take profit just before that. So I'm going to move my stop to the top of insufficiency right here, my buy order. And then I'm going to set an order right here. I'm going to set an order right here to take some profit off the table right there. I'm going to go ahead and set it for sell limit at 5 orders right here, but I'm going to change it to, I'm going to take 3 orders off the table right there. So 3 orders will be taken off as price moves to that 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. And then I'm going to drop this over here to 2 orders right here. Modify to 2 orders. So taking 3 off the table right here, letting the rest run all the way up here. In fact, you know what I'm doing? I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to take 2 off the table right here. And then the rest is going to run towards this area right here. That's going to be 3. And then what I will do is when price sweeps that high, I can move my stop to break even. There's a 5 minute right here. Let's go to the 1 minute. Let's go back to the 1 minute right here. And again, I would like to see S&P break the high right here. And let's just see here. All right, everything's still bullish. Still on the side. We're still on the buy side of the curve right here. Want to go ahead and see price sweep the high, and then we'll push up to this area right here. In fact, there's not a lot holding this pair back. If I look over here and I go to the left side right here, we have a little bit of imbalance right here. But that is, and that's probably where I should take my profit. Let me see here. I'll go to the 4 hour. Oh, I see that. Okay. We're actually right here at insufficiency right here on the 4 hour. So we do see that there is 4 hour insufficiency right here. And this is probably why it's struggling a little bit to get through that level. So when we get through that, we should be able to push up to that area there. All right, so this could be another. Oh, this could be another sweep of the low right here. Yep, it's there. You see that sweep of the low right there? Taps into the order block. This is actually another opportunity right here to go ahead and add on to that position, but I'm not going to add on to a trade. Now, the most important thing when trading setups like this is to make absolutely certain that you're not risking more than what you should be. So risking $200 to $300, I'm using a conservative account of $5,000. Risking $200 to $300 max on a trade should be your sort of like your setup. All right. Shouldn't be trading less than that. Hang on. Why does it say 5? Let me trade that to 3. That's got to go to 5. I see. Yeah. All right. We'll let this thing run. All right. While we're letting this run, let's go ahead and take a look at some more setups here on US dollar CAD right here. It looks like the Canadian dollar is strengthening here as price starts to push back down. Let's go to the 1. So we did get displacement here. We have not swept the low right here. I'd like to see price sweep the low, so I'm going to set an alarm on there. So price needs to sweep the low right here in order for us to go ahead and look for sell opportunities here. We let's go take a look here, and if that's the case, then we're moving to the south side of the curve. So we're moving from being bullish short term to now being bearish, and that's what we're looking for as price has gone ahead and tapped into this area right here, right? Oh, sorry, this area right here. So price is going ahead and tapped into here. This is going to set up a setup. Now, traders, I'm going to be watching this a little bit closely because we could have the market doing this, and then sweep the high again, draw hunting liquidity, and then heading back down south. So I'm going to be paying a lot of attention to this 1 hour, because if we don't sweep that low, then there's a good chance that price is going to want to do this. Sweep, hunt liquidity right here. This is a liquidity hunt right here. And then work its way back down south again. So I wouldn't be eager to jump in on a sell yet until I see the market hunt for liquidity up here at the top and then sell over here at the top. Now, if you're doing cost averaging, and you expect price to come up here, then there's nothing wrong if the momentum's still bearish to say, all right, well, I'm going to trade the momentum. And if price goes up, I'm just going to cost average in, as long as this range is not too wide, pick up 2-3 positions, and then look for price to go back down south again. All right. But this would be the final draw right here before price goes down, and you'll probably see the market then look for a liquidity drawdown here at around about 134, 134.90, 134.40 on that. All right, traders, that's pretty much all that's happened this morning. A lot of things happened, actually, but that's how we see things happening this morning. I'm going to continue to monitor my my trade here on NQ, see how this plays out. We have passed the 9:50 macro time slide, and so I expected this to move a lot quicker to break out here. It hasn't done that, so it's a little slow on the move. We did see another tap in here, which is another tap right here. We saw a tap into this order block sitting over here. So this could be the last push before the next rally taking place. But again, we'll have to wait and see how things play out. And let's see if we can make some money on this trade. All right. If a trade looks like it's going to move sideways, then we're in a good place to go ahead and start moving our stops to break even and just let this trade ride. But I'd like to see the breaker structure right here. And then if I'm not comfortable with the trade, after the breaker structure, move stop to break even, run on a very basic trade setup right here. But let's see if we can break above this steady order block signal over here. That is the tough one. The 4 hours also showing that as well. All right, traders, with that being said, thank you very much for joining here in the live session. Hopefully you guys had a good time, learned a little something new, found something new that you could use, and I'll see everyone back again in the next live session. All right, this is FX Big Dog, signing off.